alcohol right here.
Whiskey?
Nah, not whiskey. 65% whiskey. Look at this. It's so thick. It's so high in alcohol content. It's like opaque.
Right. What's the percentage?
75. It just went up 10% while I was talking.
Hi guys. So today we have the famous Liam Webb. I also have my co-host Michael Cheng.
Hello.
So we all met during uni dance time, and today we're just gonna talk to Liam about life in general.
Mind your routine. A little bit better care of yourself.
Yeah, we heard that you're going to the Marines soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a particular reason that made you to make this decision?
Oh, so many. So many.
Yeah.
Let's see. You got the brotherhood aspect, right? Camaraderie. You get to travel the world. I sound like a recruiter right now. You get to travel the world. You get to challenge yourself mentally and physically. Right? You get to do something that you're proud of. You can only do it in your 20s. So many things.
What kind of places do you want to go to?
Everywhere, dude. Everywhere. Everywhere. I don't mind going to the shitty places. Right? I think that's part of the world. It's part of things that are out there to see. I don't want to go for vacation spots. I want to go see the real stuff.
So we get involved, basically.
Yes.
Just get
yes.
involved.
In the dirt.
In the
Dirt. Not looking at the Eiffel
Crawling.
Tower. Being dirty. Living with the locals for a while. Seeing how they live life. Right? Not seeing what the country presents itself to you as far as tourism industry.
Right.
Just being raw with the people there. Yeah.
Has it always been like your dream job in it?
Not really. Only since I started uni, I guess.
When did it all change for you then? Why did you sort of want to go at uni?
I guess that was the point when I had to start thinking what I want to do in my life. So I had to start thinking real hard.
Okay.
And I don't want to do something for like some people say, oh, just try this for a few years. If you don't like it, move on. I feel like this time is crucial right now. 23 years old, 24 years old. And very often when we choose a path to go down, even if we don't really like it, we kind of get comfortable in that route and then we stay in it, even though we didn't like it to begin with. And it just kind of perpetuates down. You get stuck. And that's what happens to a lot of people I see. This got real heavy real fast. Where's the icebreaker? How's your day? What you eat yesterday?
Oh yeah, how's your day?
It's too late. I'm depressed now. So, I think it's a great choice for guys and girls who want to experience some adventure before settling down.
Our country needs you.
Our country needs you.
Definitely, this is a recruitment video.
This turned into propaganda.
With all Asian people. Hiring the Brits.
Wait, what sort of test do you have to go through?
There's a psychometric test, which is like an IQ test. And there's a math test. There's like English test. Those are the cognitive, mental tests. And then you have physical tests as well.
Okay.
Do you think the fitness test is like super difficult, or is like?
I don't think so.
Not
you're
too
a
easy.
nerd.
Not too easy, mate, huh?
100
Really
push-ups.
too easy. So yeah, there are like the good sides of it, right? Which are really sound really really.
Here we
cool.
go. Here we go. Okay.
But here we go. But I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, like if you're actually at war and you're sent to like a battlefield,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff is like that's real. Like your life is on the line, kind of thing.
Yep.
I was just wondering, like, I don't know, do you think about that much at all? Or?
A little bit. It's not a main concern of mine though. It's what we sign up to do. So we go in expecting that. It's not like you go in like, oh, I don't want to fight. No. So you go in expecting. It's not like you want to kill people or you want to get killed, but it's part of the job. You know, and someone's got to do it as well. So at the end of the day, it's the cons that goes to the pros.
Okay.
High risk, high reward kind of job.
Yeah. So you kind of just take it sort of like
If it happens,
has
it
to
happens.
be done,
Yes.
kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah. That's how a lot of people think. People join the infantry like bloodthirsty thugs or killers. It's not really not that. Maybe there's a few, but that's not the reason why they join. It's just if they have to do it, they'll do it because it's their job. But yeah, no one signs up to kill anyone.
Were you ever any good at paintball or laser? What's it called?
Laser tag.
Laser tag. That's it.
I haven't actually done paintball or laser tag before. I've done airsoft.
Oh, okay.
Not against people though, just against targets.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good. If I say so
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
So instructor went, that's not bad. Yeah, this is in Camden, I think.
Oh, right.
They've got an airsoft range. It's pretty sweet. We should go sometime.
Yeah, when you're free.
War games are fun.
Have you played before?
Yeah, back in Hong Kong.
And then when you come back, you'll just think 100% accuracy.
Oh.
Boy, I'm already 100% accuracy. What
Oh,
are you
really
talking about?
now?
Yeah, so close my eye.
Well, like where did you grow up and like what's so special about different cultures or different countries that you grew up in?
I was born and raised in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, 1997, and I grew up there until I was like 18, 19, and I came here. Malaysia's really interesting. Malaysia's a very interesting place because it's like a mixing pot of cultures. You have roughly 1/3 Malays, roughly 1/3 Chinese and Indians, right? So it's just there's so many different types of cultures there. But I didn't go to any of those schools, Indian, Malaysian, whatever. I went to a Taiwanese school. Even more confusing. Taiwanese school in Malaysia. So when I was growing up, I didn't really grow up around the locals. I grew up around Taiwanese people. So I almost identify more as a Taiwanese than I do in Malaysia.
Okay.
That's the basic outline of my life. And then went to A-levels in a Malaysian school. It was actually the first time I went to a school that spoke English, A-levels, and then I came here.
Wait, so before A-levels, your school didn't speak English?
No, it's pure Taiwanese.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're saying that you had to learn the whole all the elements in chemistry in Mandarin.
Yep. They made us memorize the entire periodic table in Mandarin too.
What the?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I cannot.
Pointless shit.
Can you still do it?
I only remember the first line, I think. 清理那假如设法，媲美盖世贝雷.
Look at this guy.
Whoa,
He's full of
flex!
talents.
It's
We haven't
like
even talked
hydrogen.
about his talents yet, and he's already
Hydrogen,
showing them.
lithium, sodium, something. I haven't translated to English. Yeah, it was an okay school. It's really, like I mentioned before, very like militaristic.
Oh.
I think it definitely helped instill some discipline within me though. Like doing things you don't like or listening to people that you don't agree with. It does have some benefit, right? It's not always beneficial to have all the liberty in the world. Yeah.
Do you think it shaped you a lot then to be who you are now?
Yes, I think definitely.
Yeah.
For
From
sure.
the sounds of it, it sounds so because like the way you treat even like things you're interested in, you sort of have this sort of routine, and you get very sort of you sort of commit to hobbies. Like I'll speak so with me, like if I want to do something, like I'll say, oh yeah, this is great, and I'll be so committed for the first week, and then after a while I'll just like peter out.
Yeah.
If I want to study Chinese, I'll do I'll do like an hour today of Chinese lessons, and then tomorrow I'll do the same, and I do, and then after week 2 it's just like
The trick is you gotta incorporate into your routine, and you can't go too hard too fast, or you're gonna get overwhelmed too soon.
So you're so like you're in the routine that you do it anyway, even though if you don't want to do it.
And once you get started doing it, it becomes easy. Having a schedule is very important because it forces you to not waste time.
Right.
You have time. You have things to do at this time. You can't go like, I got nothing to do. Let's go on YouTube and surf. Right. You always have something set to do. It's not wasting your goddamn time. So many things you can do to waste your time nowadays.
There's so much stuff on YouTube to like make use of your time with and actually learn. But at the same
And then you got
time-
memes.
At the same time, yeah.
I'm totally guilty of falling into that trap.
Same.
Yeah.
Like 2 Step Violin.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious.
Ling Ling, practice 40 hours a day.
That's why I miss crew training so much sometimes, because it gives us like a schedule to like allocate a slot to practice dance.
Exactly,
and,
yeah,
Like socialize at the same time.
Yeah. That's another thing. Socializing.
Mm.
Big topic. Because, I mean, as an introvert, it's really easy to say. I think we're all introverts here. We might agree. A lot of people won't agree though. Socializing can be a waste of time, I feel. Under certain circumstances. Right, if you go for a beer with someone in a pub versus you go with someone to dance practice, right? One is a lot more productive than the other, but you have the same, you're still socializing. So it's kind of about killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? And that's one thing. If you go to the pub with someone, you have drinks. What are you really connecting over? Maybe some topic, right? You talk about it, but it's nothing long lasting. I feel this is kind of temporary. You don't form the strongest bonds with someone over beer. You form it through activities or through trials and tribulations. So when you bond with someone through an activity like dancing, first of all, you're both getting good at a skill, dancing, and you're socializing, you're achieving the same goal, and also I feel, personally, you're forming a stronger connection than if you two had spent the day like in a club or whatever. Because you got this connection now, dance, right? That connects you to like us 3, right? And then through that you can experience more things together. Maybe you go for a competition, you go for a workshop. Gets you closer. When you go get drinks. This is super unpopular opinion in England, by the way. I know.
It is quite.
This likes
quite controversial.
This likes to But when you go to a club or pub with someone, where does it go from there? What have you gained, really? Maybe you know a little bit more about the other person. what have you gained? What have they gained?
But like sometimes when I have drinks with my friends, when we talk about deep topics or like just like talk about core values or some traumas that we have went through.
From time to time, for sure. I think from time to time is good.
But you're talking about like those like just chit chats, like.
Yes, and after a while, it does become that. If you make that a very regular occurrence, and then if you make that your main source of socializing, this kind of pointless, aimless, shooting the shit kind of thing, it doesn't go anywhere. I feel.
What is your most memorable like dance and like from college experience?
That's so difficult.
If you were to choose,
really
for example, like
You're
top
a veteran.
3.
You really are
Top
a veteran
three.
in pom pom.
Yeah.
Top 3?
Top 3.
This is so tough. We're gonna spend like 10 minutes here. Let's scratch my head. Probably Loughborough was one of first year Loughborough.
First year.
Yeah, because that's the first big competition we won. Second year, no. Hated second year.
Because you were president.
I was
and
president,
stuff.
and I was just like so depressed.
You're
All that shit.
traumatized.
Yeah. Fourth year was great though.
Well, you won UCL and
That
the
was
best
great.
choreography.
I think UCL was one of them because like we went up and then UCL did play. And then we got and then we got up stage, come back on, and they crushed it. That was really nice.
Yes.
Third one. God, it's so difficult. They're all so good.
What about like traveling to Edinburgh,
Yeah, that's good, but we traveled a lot of places, didn't we?
Manchester?
Edinburgh's more memorable than that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Manchester was in charge of the admin and everything. I had to worry about everyone.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, it sucked.
Was Edinburgh the dangerous choreo?
That's one.
Dangerous,
That's one.
dangerous.
Something like that, I don't know.
There's so many. There's so many. I can't narrow it down to 3. It's too many.
So yeah, you're saying that you're brought up in Malaysia. You went to Taiwanese school as well, and from what I'm aware, your father's from like Britain, also from New Zealand as well.
Yes.
And then now you're in the UK, having studied it for 4 years. So like, I was just wondering, like, you've been to a lot of places, haven't you? Where do you identify with, I guess?
That's really tough question.
Yeah.
Man, because not really Malaysia that much, because I wasn't really involved in the culture really growing up. Right, I was in a Taiwanese school. Not exactly Taiwanese either, because I don't really have. I'm not Taiwanese in any way. I grew up with kids from there, right? So there's some connection there. But now I'm not. I don't have any connection to Taiwan right now. And then New Zealand. I've never been to New Zealand, right? It's just because my dad is part Kiwi, so I inherit that nationality. British. Never really hung out with British people until I came to uni. So kind of nowhere really.
No way.
I don't have really a group that I identify with, sadly enough. I guess I can relate to the Asian culture in general,
Yeah.
because that's where I grew up, right? So like the entire concept of discipline and respect is very heavily emphasized, right? Or family as well. That I can identify with that. But yeah, in general, not really. Don't have a group.
Do you like it that way?
Not really, no.
Oh, no. Okay.
No. It's hard. You kind of feel patriotic about anything.
Okay.
And it's much easier to make friends from a similar like identity group.
That's interesting because for myself, like having been born here, but also my dad's from Hong Kong, my mom's from Malaysia.
Oh, yeah.
I do feel like, in a way, yeah, it can be hard
Me
to
too.
fit in to certain places.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like I do know a little bit about each of those cultures.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like it's almost the perfect combination in that you can sort of speak to this bunch of people, but also relate a bit to this bunch.
You're the perfect child.
It's I don't know. That's the way I see it. And
No, that's true. That's very true. Actually.
I think it's like, so in a way, it's a blessing kind of, because okay, you might not be fully into like one group in terms of like being able to 100% relate to them, but you can speak to almost like anyone from your background.
That's actually really true.
Yeah.
That's actually very true.
Because remember when we were talking about your graduation ceremony, that kind of stuff, and Michael said that what is really memorable is that you said if you got into the dean's list, you'll be disappointed in yourself because that means you didn't have enough fun in uni, that kind of stuff.
Kind of, yeah. I'm not super into my course, just engineering. So to get a bad grade is unacceptable, but to get dean's list means that you really put your life, not your life, but you put a lot of effort and time into it. And if it's something I don't really like, engineering, then I don't really see much point. Of course, excelling, I have to excel. I want to excel at anything I do. But getting dean's is like, it's up there.
Right.
And I'm not that talented at engineering at all. So I'd much rather allocate that time to something else that I actually enjoy, like guitar or drums or dance. or anything else. Right?
Well, I feel like in Imperial, like a lot of people want to be like Dean's List. They work extremely hard for that kind of stuff, sort of. And I'd say in Imperial, I'm not sure if you guys agree, but like it's quite a competitive place.
Definitely.
And it's sort of like that fight to get up to the top.
It's a rat race.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting that you say that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess I know my path where I want to go, and it's not in engineering. So doing great is good enough. I don't need to do perfect. You're limited in the amount of energy and time you have to do things. So you have a finite amount of that.
Then would you say, like in general, like your motto or like your idea on living life is just to spend time on things that you love?
No, that's not my life motto.
Okay, what is it then?
I
got shut down real quick. Like no.
I mean, it's quite a lot, but I think the main one, I didn't know how to word it until like I discovered this guy called Jocko Willink. He's got his own podcast on YouTube, and he's got a book called Discipline Equals Freedom. That's the motto.
Really?
Discipline equals freedom. Okay, let's explain what that is. I'm selling his book right now. So basically, having discipline now will give you freedom in the future. A lot of people think that discipline is like the opposite, the antagonist of freedom, right? But it's not. It's not. It's actually not. It's the key to freedom. If people don't see that, a lot of people think short term, right? But life ain't a sprint. It's an ultra marathon. So yeah, you got to think about you in the future. That's how I think anyways. I don't really think about me now. I think about me in the future. All right. So this equals freedom. What it means is that if you have discipline now, for example, what's a good example? Let's say I play the guitar. I learn the guitar. I have the discipline to learn the guitar. Okay. I got discipline. I put in my schedule 1 hour every single day. Okay. In the future, now once I get good at guitar after 4 years, now I got so many options. If I want to become a guitar teacher, I can. If I want to tour the world with a band, I can. And just if I want to make friends, like music friends, I can. If I want to make my own album, I can. So many possibilities, right? And that's so much better than having no discipline to start off with, wasting your time doing whatever, watching Netflix, and then 4 years later, you got no option, you have no extra options for you. That's the way I roll, basically.
But would you think that planning a lot for the future would take away your ability to like enjoy the moment?
You can still enjoy the moment. I mean, dancing is one of them, right? Right. We enjoy dancing, but yet when we're practicing dancing, we're opening up so many possibilities for ourselves. We're making new friends, right? Having new experiences that are meaningful, like not just getting drunk, right? I feel like we keep coming back to the topic. We're dissing on all these drunkards. It's a waste of time and money. Don't do it. Yeah, but we can still enjoy it in the moment. But then it's got long-term benefits as well as short-term benefits, right? But you do have to find your niche, I guess. Something you're interested in. What's your guys' life model?
I'm a bit different though. I would like to have a balance in everything, and I like to keep my work and life separate, like that work-life balance.
Okay.
So for example, like socializing with friends and Pythoning, that is
Pythoning.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's not really what I enjoy, because when I'm like having fun with friends, I prefer not to think about work at all. And like work is like focused.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also like enjoying the present and planning for the future. I also like to have a balance in it as
Fair
well.
enough. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Can you like plan for the future to have fun at certain points in time, which will be your present? You get what I mean?
Yeah. But what time scale are you talking about though?
As long as you want. Yes.
Because I do like planning my schedule and stuff like that. But if you're talking about like if you're planning for like maybe in 10 years time.
Oh no, I don't do that.
Then that's
that's way too long.
That is a bit, yeah. What about you?
For me? Well, it always goes back to my favourite film, Back to the Future. And what Martin McFly said was,
what did he say?
If you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything. It's
It's
very cheesy.
It is kind of cheesy, but that is very true.
But yeah, no, for me, like, hard work is like just very important. And if you put, no matter what the problem is, like if you put your energy and time into it, you can achieve something out of it, whatever you want.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What if you're majorly untalented at something, and the best you can be is merely good, no matter how much work you put into it?
Like
is it worth pursuing?
Like what? Like in what?
Let's say you like dancing, okay, and you spend hundreds of hours, and you've still you improved slightly, but you're so untalented that you'll never be good, like really good. Is that a thing for? Is that a problem for you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I believe in like innate talent.
You know?
Nah, because I feel like, okay, in the example you just said, I feel like if someone is not achieving something, even though they put all their time, there must be something wrong with the way they're doing it.
Train smart.
Yeah, so if you can, of course, like it's not all about, I realized more recently that it's not all about how much time you put into something, but it's more about if you put a lot of time and you're working smart as well, then you can really like achieve really highly.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to reach a certain level, you can put in less time but work smarter to get that. You know what I mean?
That's true. But when those two come together, that's when magic happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't believe in talent? You don't believe in like innate what's the word for it? Like
gift.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I can't think of the word for it right now. But basically,
I think there are certainly people who are really talented. Like, I don't know if you think like Mozart, like all those classical composers, and then I don't know, like in like football, Messi, and all that. Like in any field, there's people who are like sometimes just have the skills. Yeah, it seems. But I feel like for the rest of the people, if you put your time and you work smartly, then you can achieve something that is high up there anyway.
Sound advice?
Yeah, that's what I feel at least.
That's sound advice?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Would you say yourself is more of like a perfectionist?
Oh yeah, this is something that I have. Yeah, I want to sort of like, because perfection is not real, is it? Like, it's just if you want to be perfect, then you just keep going forever, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You won't know when to stop. And it can be, if you obsess with being perfect, then it can like really like make you down sometimes if you don't achieve what you think is perfect. So yeah, no, I am a perfectionist, and that's something that I feel like.
Do you think it's a good thing?
I don't think. No, I don't. For me, I don't think it's like it's necessarily a good thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can see it work for some people to be
You're a perfectionist, isn't you?
Not really.
No?
Not really.
I'm definitely a perfectionist, and I feel the opposite from you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm a perfectionist.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps me reach goals. It helps me because it's like an inner drive. You can't stop until you do a good job. Yeah, you're right though.
But where's the good job though?
You have to draw
If you
the line.
think that, oh yeah, I could I don't know, in dance, like, I could learn like 50 moves today, and oh no, it doesn't look good though, and then you just like you'll look at yourself and you're like, oh, that's never good.
Then you go back the next day and you keep training.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
But I understand what you mean.
There will always be a limit, isn't there? Like, there's no
Controlling your mentality.
Yeah. That, and if you set the bar so high that, I don't know. It's quite tricky. Then.
I guess it depends on what you value, what brings you happiness, right? If you feel that achievement brings you happiness, then I think maybe it's a good thing, because that innate desire for perfection really drives you to excel. I feel when you don't excel, it bothers the fuck out of you. So I guess it's, if you derive happiness from achievement, maybe it's a good thing. But I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
drawing the line.
What about people who sort of enjoy the whole process of it rather than like what they achieve?
Yeah, you can do that too. Perfectionists can enjoy the process too. Why not? It's just the end point. It's just the end point, right? Where do you end?
Yeah.
Like you said.
Watching yourself grow and improve is also very fun.
Exactly. Yeah. It's another place we can derive happiness from. Right. Yeah.
Alright, that's it. Bye!
That's aggressive.
I don't know.
That's how you treat your fans? Jeez. Thanks, guys, for listening to the Christy Chung podcast. This is Liam, and this is Michael, and this is Christy signing out. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye. Nice.
That's how you do an outro.
Nice.